Hey yo, one leg at a time, the pod is like pants. Gotta beat the level boss in order to advance. Once the pathway's clear, then it's ours for the taking. Started off cold, now we diamonds in the making. We know the road is tough cause we're caught in the rough. But when we make it to the freeway, there'll be no stopping us. So get settled in your seats and stay for the long haul. Like a 40-foot three, we live for the long ball. We're heavily invested like we're publicly traded. The trick to this is simply not to get jaded. Rather get faded, get rich and celebrate it. Get in and press 6, we're trying to elevate it. Get your boss on the phone, dawg, we trying to escalate it. And the escalator's no longer in my vision. Trying to cop something out of James Bond mission. And that's within reach, just short a few subscriptions. But if you short of 18, you should get your mom's permission.
Actually, we went to so Friday night we were like, all right, let's go get some food, and we kind of dragged. We were here chilling, and like I wasn't really in a rush to go get food. Vivi was doing her thing, and so we finally leave the house at like 9:00, knowing we're gonna get pizza. I don't know what it is about Friday nights, but they're kind of like pizza. You know what I mean? Like for some reason,
every household I think is that.
I don't know about every household, but I associate Fridays with pizza for some reason,
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were like, all right, let's go get pizza. So we were driving, and we were like, all right, where are we going to go? And we eventually decided on Giordano's. And we were like, fuck, I don't really, like, I didn't really know if I wanted to go to the one, like, inside, like, more inside the city.
Right.
But there's one on River Road, which is close to here.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, let's go there. So we went into this place, and it's like super well lit, like, and beyond like what it should be, like almost like it was like very bright in there, like there was no kind of ambiance in it, like, and I get it, it's a pizza place, but come on, man, you can do a little better.
Well, Giordano's I thought usually like dimmed the lights anyway.
Yeah, this one didn't. This was like straight, very bright in there. And we were like, all right, can we get a booth? Right. So like they were like, all right, it's gonna take a few minutes. So while we're waiting there, we noticed that like after thinking about the area, and it's really close to the airport, so there's a lot of hotels. We realized like the majority of the people in there are more than likely not from Chicago, right? They're tourists.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's fine, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if that's why it seemed off in there. I just didn't like it. I was like, man, I just don't feel like eating here, but we're here. So we asked for the booth. 5 minutes later, we get a booth. They lead us to one, and it's one of those super small half booths that you barely fit in, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, dude, I want to eat pizza, right? I can't even fit a pizza on this table and eat at the same time. So we sat down, like, fuck, I was kind of like upset. So the lady comes like, what do you want? I was like, I'll have water. I'm gonna have a beer in a second though. Phoebe's like, all right, I'll have she had Dr. Pepper. And the second the lady left, I was like, let's get the fuck out of here. She's like, what? I was like, let's just go. The lady came back. I was like, yeah, we're going to leave. She's like, okay. We left. I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back to this fucking Giordano's. I don't know what it was. It just
I think it's because like you can see that Giordano's from like E-Way. So they probably want to light it up as much as possible and just try to draw people that way.
Whatever the reason, I didn't appreciate it. It sucked to me. Like I just was like, okay, I don't feel like even the food's going to be that great here. Like, I literally, after I sat down, I was just like, I'm not going to sit at this small fucking table for the next hour.
They still have a name to uphold, so I'm sure the pizza quality isn't like bad.
Probably so. I mean, I that's what I figured. But like once I sat in that small booth, I was like, dude, I don't want to be here.
This is going to be an inconvenient trip to pizza.
So we jumped on we ran out of that place, jumped in the car. And like, I don't know, in Vegas Vacation, remember when they were driving back from Vegas to Chicago, and the plane was on the map and going back, and it was like super fun. It was like they flew their ass right back to Chicago. I forget.
That's how quick you went back.
Oh no, actually in Vegas Vacation they actually drove back. I don't remember. I forget how that happened, but I think it was actually
they won all those cars.
Yeah. Well, either way, if you could picture a map, right, and you put a car on that map, we flew out of there. We like jumped on the expressway. And we ended up going to one of my favorite places in Chicago for pizzas, Roots, and that's on Chicago and like Damon essentially. But man, it was hilarious. We got there very quick, and we were like, okay, if we get our pizza before we would have gotten our deep dish at dear Giordano's, I'm fucking happy. And we ended up getting our pizza like Vivi timed it, and she's like, oh fuck, we got it right before it would have been that time. And
you know, the trip then, huh?
Yeah, that's a long story about how I got dinner, and I don't know. Like, I don't know why I even brought that up, but I just feel like,
I mean, hey, pizza is worth the story.
yeah, but no, pizza's, man. I don't know what it is about pizza, but I think just like very many people, I'm super particular about it, man.
But if you told me, hey, you can never eat another food on the planet, just pick one, and that's what you're stuck with forever, pizza would win every time.
I think many would agree, unless they're lactose intolerant or like I don't understand who people don't like cheese. Really,
No.
like how do you not like cheese on your any? I like cheese on certain things. Like I don't appreciate things like hamburgers. I think hamburgers aren't something that should exist. Cheeseburgers are the only thing that really is logical to me. But that's like getting off topic. Honestly, I just think that for some reason I just felt like I don't know. I think when I have to eat or when I go out to eat, right? Like I don't know. I guess you guys have expectations, Well,
yeah, you're spending your money,
Yeah, you know. Okay, so like for instance, there's nights where I'm okay with like going to find something new and experimenting.
Right.
But I generally have to prepare, so that means I have to eat. I'm not 100% hungry yet, right? Like I can't get hangry and then end up not liking the food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to time it right so that by the time you're sitting, you're like at full hunger, and that's hard to do.
Right. And especially if the food isn't something you really care for, but you're just like, I'll experiment.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Either way, yeah, I mean, end of the night, we ended up getting our food, and I was happy. But, like, I don't know what it was about that Giordano's, but just felt weird. Like, it just felt, like, super touristy, and I was like, I'm not a tourist. Damn it. This feels weird.
Yeah, you hate to add to, like, the list of bad pizza experiences you've had.
Yeah, and I like Giordano's, so I don't want to, like...
And not just, like, food quality-wise, but just anything involving pizza.
Yeah, pizza. You don't want to ruin a pizza experience anywhere, really. I'll be happy to find a pizza place that does great pizza every day. Like, I'd rather not eliminate pizza spots, so that just means that I can stop at places with greater frequency.
Like, oh, they have pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pizza's worth the conversation. So.
Indeed. So there's our conversation about nothing in pizza that probably shouldn't make the cut for the next episode, but probably will.
It's gonna make the cut. Fuck it. On that note, might as well introduce the show.
Yeah.
This is the Kiona and Kasson podcast, episode number 61.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. I am your host Adam, here with my brother Osama.
Yep.
Shit, what's good, everybody? I was putting some pieces together the other day, and I was like, we podcast, right? And then I sit on the couch while we do such things.
Right.
So this is for one day a week. This is a casting couch, I cast from here, so
wow.
technically that's what it is.
So you must have been.
So now you know how
searching casting couch on a particular website.
No. But I mean, it's not like it's that difficult to put together. It's something that I'm surprised I didn't catch. It's
kind of
earlier
weird.
than this.
It's kind of something that I don't know. I don't know.
I guess when you look up a definition of a word and it uses like the multiple grammar uses for it.
So like, are you going to say
this is going to be like
that's like the fourth definition?
This is like definition 4 of casting couch.
I don't know.
A couch from which an individual would cast.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay, and typically they're all black leather. I don't know what it is about that particular category.
Right.
That excites us males, but
I think it's just something that is well known throughout the male community. Not that it necessarily excites you, but you know what it is.
Most males, like if you know what this couch is, you a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, I remember seeing that meme. Yeah,
I see it often. It's pretty hilarious. Like, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah. Anyway, aside from casting and being on a couch,
you brought it up.
Yeah. No. Did you see the picture? I showed you this a little bit earlier of the 2 fishermen with a bear behind them, like literally just feet behind them, and they were none the wiser. And I don't know who took the picture, but like, I was like, man.
Yeah, who did take that picture?
I don't know. It's like one of those National Geographic photographers, I think.
Dude, he didn't want to warn anybody. Like that bear.
That guy was sitting there like, those guys are going to get eaten by that bear.
Yeah, here's my question. The picture that you showed me,
right,
was with the 2 men, and they were at the waterfront, right, with nowhere to go. right? I don't know how deep this water is. Presumably deep enough where they're going to have issues running from a fucking bear, right? Firstly. So they're there fishing, none the wiser. Now this bear, somehow, some way, has the wherewithal to like be like, okay, I'm going to sneak up on these motherfuckers.
He's like, he just walked behind him like, I wonder what these guys are up to.
So my question, like
He's like,
hey,
I'm kind of hungry too. Can you catch me a fish while
Hey,
you're in there?
Hey, boo boo. You know. So they took the picture where it was at. He was, let's say, because it's hard to tell, 10 feet behind them.
Yeah.
What happened after that picture?
Did he just walk away? Was he like, I'm done with this and you're doing nothing very interesting. I'm gonna leave.
Just like those people say, this is nature, and we try hard not to interfere.
What's that meme that keeps going around now? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go. Like, so I want to know: did those men survive? Did the bear? Was the bear just like literally just chilling?
I gotta imagine that they did survive because like, who was the person who took? That's all it really comes down to is who took the picture. Because what happened after that? Did you explain the story? Did the bear just leave? Did you take the picture? You just watched them get mauled afterwards? What kind of human being took this picture?
It was a big bear, dude. It was a big bear. Super big bear.
Yeah.
I'll
try to put that up on the Instagram page. So if you
well, I didn't see it until you showed me it, so I'm not sure.
Well, just to give people some context, you can see what we're talking about. You know.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, crazy.
I don't know. I don't fish. I think okay. So, would you fish on a boat or would you fish on the shore?
I would fish on a boat and I would fish on the shore. Like I just wouldn't fish while standing in the water.
Well, do you fish in general? Have you ever?
I have, yeah, a few times.
Like
I mean, it's
where?
cool. You know, I was on a lake in a boat.
What lake?
It's like close to Wisconsin. You know.
So just on a boat. Like, did you catch anything?
Yeah.
Did you
Small
eat it?
Fish? No. First of all, I don't eat fish. Let's make that very
So
clear.
you went fishing for something that you don't even eat?
It's a sport.
What kind of
as far as I'm concerned.
shithead are you?
But you throw them back, you know? Like, that's usually what you do.
So you stab a small fish, chances of survival are slim after
technically, it stabs itself. If you want to be
real.
he's like, oh yeah.
So you're dangling a fucking hook in the water, right? You're trying to sit there and just dangle the hook.
Listen,
firstly, you don't fish.
It's not something,
you don't eat fish.
It's not something I do regularly, okay? I've done it, is what I'm
saying. You've done it once. I don't kill people, but this is not something I do regularly. But hey, you know.
I've done it a handful of times, but not necessarily in lakes that are like, there's fish in here probably, you know?
So why would you go fishing in a place where you know fish aren't where you want to be?
I just don't know that for a fact, and I was with people, not by myself.
What about those folks that go like marlin fishing in like Florida?
Yeah.
On like deep water fishing and shit?
Yeah.
Wow. Like I don't know. To me,
I mean, it's like deadliest catch type shit. You're not like you're casting a fucking huge ass thing in the water. And then you got to pull that up and hope the water doesn't fight back, type of thing.
Yeah, if the fish is strong enough that I have issues like reeling it in,
yeah,
I don't want that fish to come up.
We were watching this movie the other day, and it was basically like a nature show of like bears, but it's narrated by John C. Reilly, which I thought was kind of weird. And then like it showed them basically.
He's got a hilarious voice.
He does.
That guy, like that's why Morgan Freeman like narrates everything. Because if you didn't know the better, you'd sound like he's a librarian or something.
It just got like a 2020 voice.
Yeah, literally. Like it's almost computerized, but not enough. Like you could tell, it's a human,
right?
But it's close.
But he can set it to that
told
tone. Like,
me that the sun comes up in the morning. And I
went to go and see my friend Andy.
I miss my friend Andy Dufresne. It's a great fucking movie.
But it showed them basically like hunting for salmon the whole time, right? So like these motherfuckers, first of all, they'll fight each other, right? Like there's one guy who's like, I'm the dominant. The other guy's like, no, I don't think so. And then he's like, okay, well, I guess you are.
On the same boat?
No, I'm talking about the bears from this John C. Reilly movie.
What was the name of the boat movie?
I forgot what it's called.
It was about
like
bears.
A bear's life. I don't know.
A bear's life.
But yeah, pretty much. I mean, they tracked like from the end of their hibernation phase to the beginning of the next one, and like them trying to get food and.
How long is that? Just from like the end of winter to beginning of winter, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's hard to
And
tell
then they
because
sleep
they
for
don't.
like 3 months, right?
These are like
That's a long fucking
Alaskan bears or some shit. So like I don't know what their cycle is up there, to be honest.
Brown bears?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not like I know the difference. I know what there's brown, black, white.
Koala, panda.
Koalas, pandas.
Yeah, that's all I really know of bears.
Koala
but,
bears, isn't it? Like the small one? Like that's like you look like you'd be cute and he tried to mull your face off.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that's
dude,
exactly
listen.
that one.
This is getting off the rails.
I
Anyway,
mean, it's, you know.
so continue.
No, so I mean, we were just talking about fishing and just watching the way they fish. It's pretty crazy, you know. And then they were like, there was coyotes out there with them, and the coyotes are trying to eat the baby bears, so the mom has to try to keep it protected. And like they're all trying to eat the same fucking salmon feast. So until they get to the point where they know it's like the Golden River, which is where all the salmon pretty
Where
much
they're migrating and
yeah.
shit.
So until then, everybody's constantly fighting each other and like trying to
Eat each other's babies.
Like there's one of the guys who's like the dominant bear. He waited for this other dude to go and catch a fucking fish, and then he smacked it away from him, and he took it and ate it. And I was like, you gotta
Nature's
love the
cutthroat.
nature world, man.
Nature's cutthroat. And you know, speaking of eating babies,
That's a segue that you just don't ever want to hear.
yeah, you don't want to hear it unless it goes into this story. I don't know if we've ever talked about like our hamsters when we were
Oh
younger.
yeah.
So, me and Adam, when we were younger, I had to be probably 8, I think. 8 years old. Adam's then 4. We got hamsters,
Yeah.
Max and Felicia.
Yeah. Go figure. You know.
Max and Felicia. These hamsters were, Max was cool. You can, put him in your hand. He'd run around, you shit all over you, but they look like pieces of rice that were shit colored.
Yeah, little shit pellets.
Little pellets, right? And so these hamsters were, I guess for all intents and purposes, together.
Something like that. They were.
They lived together.
They were forced to be life partners.
They
whether
lived
wanted to or
together,
not.
and so like by association, I believe that Max was able to have sex with her.
I guess that's what happened. There's no judge, jury, and executioner.
Right. That's just the way it worked in that place. So, they had sex multiple times, and out of these Sexons, sex, all these sexploitations.
After all those castings,
After all the casting couches were done, so she got pregnant and had babies 3 times.
Yep.
So
And then
what she
the
would
unthinkable happened.
right. So she would have like a litter of like 6 or 7, like little children.
Something like that. Probably closer to like 4 or 5. 3, 4.
I think it was about 5ish. Let's say put there as a median
A lot of
number,
hamster
right?
babies.
So she had little babies, and during this time we knew that or understood that we had to separate them
Right.
because
then the unthinkable can happen.
yeah, and I don't know if we learned this the second time because we didn't learn it the first. But what happens is apparently hamster mothers eat all their children,
It's pretty fucked up, man.
all of their children.
All of their children, and doesn't even give the dad a say. He's like, he's just sitting back,
Yeah,
like shit. My kids are being eaten by this bitch.
Oh, dude, Felicia was a bitch. She was the worst.
Yeah.
Like she would bite you. I remember I just did not like Felicia at all. And but we had both of them,
Right.
So that happened, I believe, twice. Right?
It's pretty fucked up.
Even when we separated him, we were like, why the fuck does she keep eating him? This crazy bitch. You were eating your family.
You ate 10 babies in your life. What's wrong with you?
Dude, honestly, it was weird. Like, I was like, you're just having babies to eat them. It's real weird.
Yeah.
And it would happen overnight,
Right.
so we would never see it
We'd
happen.
wake up and be like, what the
Where'd your
fuck
babies
happened
go?
here?
Yeah, like, where'd your babies go? Like, she would eat it, like, clean. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't even see any evidence.
Like down to the bone. Like,
Nothing. And hamsters I don't think, like, many other little, like, mice and things, hamsters don't have too many bones as much as cartilage.
Yeah, but still.
But she would eat them all. Like, this fucking hungry, gluttonous bitch would eat all of her children. Like, and it gets me to thinking about, how does hamsters survive? Like, how did we get them to?
That's a good question.
What mother didn't eat them?
They were separated correctly, probably.
Like, I'm taking him real quick. Ha ha ha. And now, like, she eats the rest of the children. Anyway, so we moved, right? And we brought these hamsters with us. Now, they lived in the basement, right? Basement wasn't crazy. It was not an ugly place for them to live. It was okay.
Right.
So they were in their tank down there, and I think they were with us for maybe another year, right?
Something like that.
And they lived for probably 2 years, I believe, 2.5 years. And so then one day, I think she ate her children one more time.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
it's like, all right, I'm gonna eat them
15
again.
We're talking about 15 children now,
Like,
people.
bitch, like how many fucking times are you gonna eat your kids?
Like you wouldn't even let one of them live. Really?
Not one.
Not one.
So I guess this crazy bitch one day just decided to lash out. Maybe Max didn't want to give her dick and she was hungry and she wanted to eat the children again. And it for some reason it didn't happen. And so from what I gathered, they didn't show us, right? My parents saw it and they got rid of him before we saw it. Was she had not only killed Max, but eaten some of him as well, right? Which is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like literally, Max was cool as fuck. Like, he didn't deserve that kind of a cold bitch in his life.
No, that was really fucked up.
Like, and I don't know if
He was
that's
a
all
prisoner of
hamster women.
circumstance on that.
If that's all hamster women, yo, that's fucked up. I wouldn't want to be a hamster.
No.
I'd off myself if I was a hamster.
Yeah.
But anyway, she met her demise much sooner than later.
Yeah.
Like a week later, she was dead and stiff in the cage alone because not only did she eat all of her children 3 times, she
Yeah.
killed her mate.
Yeah.
The guy who, for some reason, stuck around through thick and thin.
Right. Not that he had much choice of places to go. We should have got him to safety, probably. You
Yeah,
know?
we are probably some sort of accessory to the murder of Max.
Yeah, probably.
Poor guy.
That little bitch, Felicia. You know?
Yeah, she was such a little bitch.
She's fucked up. Man, I'm telling you.
Yo, I found out something really crazy this week. You know, it's at the fall season, so spiders are running rampant.
Word. They've been
You
all
know.
over the damn place.
Dude, they are massive, right? And I don't like to say I'm scared of spiders. I'm more or less cautious of spiders.
Yeah.
And some are very menacing looking.
Yeah.
Menacing.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Listen, they could have a smile on and look menacing. Like, it's there's no way for them to not look like all they want to do is bite you. Kill you, probably. Then build a web over your face.
yeah, quickly.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
They
just
build
look great. Straight lines.
Spiders would be great architects.
Symmetric.
Or are great architects.
Yeah.
Very nicely. How do you get this perspective of something that you can't stand over?
Yeah, I don't know.
So this is what I found out about spiders, right? Somebody told me this on Friday before my debacle with Giordano's. And we were talking about spiders and things of that nature. And they were like, well, you know spiders fly, right? I was like, oh, I know they got some breeds, you know. Yeah, I know. Somehow, some way, they jump or fly. Really.
Yeah, gliders
No.
on and shit.
He's like, no. Some spiders use the wind on their web and they fly. Like, what?
Like
So-
they take magic carpet rides type of thing?
So, like, they're able to, like, take the gusts of wind and ride them. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I wanted to read what I found so you guys can hear me talk about it. And yes, this is what we're talking about on episode 61.
Yeah, apparently bugs. So if you don't like that disclaimer, just, you know, I know it's a little late.
So listen, spiders can fly through the air for miles using electricity, studies find.
Using electricity?
Using electricity. A new study published by scientists at the University of Bristol proves that spiders can sense the Earth's electric field and use it to fly through the air. While at sea, he noticed the ship was covered in webs and found tiny spiders throughout.
Yo, listen, it was already fuck spiders. And now that they can fly using the electric field of the Earth, what the fuck? Man, I do not like spiders at
What
all.
are those strands of spider webs floating through the sky? Spider webs carrying tiny spiders are flying through the sky and in the Oklahoma wind. The webs hold many baby spiders that were released in silk and into the air. The process is called ballooning,
Ugh.
which helps new spiders find a new home.
Yo, fuck Oklahoma. I will never go there. I could never be that.
I could do. No. I was like, that is the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. And I was like, I don't know that I believe you. And I had no reason not to. but I didn't want to. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not afraid of spiders. Just like if you're in my crib, we got like spatial things that need to be worked out, and you ain't listening to anything I got to say. You just be looking at me like at all times of the day. You could just be watching me.
Yeah.
And when I go to bed, you go bite my ass.
Let's say hypothetically you had to choose. Right now, bees fly and spiders crawl, right? Except for these fucking chosen ones.
Wait, bees fly
and spiders crawl. The way things are. Besides that,
yes.
that
I was
fucking
like,
breed.
wait, that's exactly.
So
what
if you had to
happened,
choose, would you choose spiders flying and bees crawling, or keeping it the way it is?
Spiders flying and bees crawling. Oh man, most definitely bees flying, spiders crawling.
Yo, flying spiders is one fucked up ass
yeah,
shit.
that's a terrifying thought. Flying spiders just like with wings on them just coming at you and they just land on you.
But that could never work because spiders are stationary. They don't like to fucking go move around and shit.
I think if they could fly, they would.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true because if I could fly, I would.
Because that means they can do aerial assaults. They don't got to worry about catching anything. They just fly onto them and just latch on with their 400 legs.
They're gonna try to one day extract spider DNA and mix it with like human DNA.
You mean Spider-Man?
They're gonna make a Spider-Man. This is my prediction.
It's I'll say this.
Like you remember when Bart made a pigeon mouse,
pigeon rat? Pigeon rat. No, okay. I'll say this about what you just said. Of all the superpowers, I'm shocked that because it is probably of all of them the easiest to conduct experiment.
Right. It's probably the most possible. You know?
Right. So like, all right, we're gonna get this dude, and he's gonna volunteer. We're just gonna find a whole bunch of spiders, dude, and just have them bite him. And if he turns into Spider-Man, we know which spider turns people into Spider-Man.
Or
now
because
can
now
you
how
imagine
long,
if there
how
were
long is this
multiple
process?
Spider-Men, Spider-Women,
Just spider people fighting each other?
spider dogs and spider babies.
Like would they all have the spider sense tingling and shit? Pause. Whatever.
Sure. I don't know. Do spiders have spider senses anyway?
Well, Spider-Man has spider senses.
Yeah, okay. So how do we know what spider... Like, that's another thing. Spider-Man's got, like, a whole bunch of fucking things that we don't even know that spiders really have. Besides shooting web and crawling on walls.
That's true.
Also, I've seen some spiders that can't climb on some walls.
But so what I'm saying is you're mixing the DNAs. So you're having the brain of a human now mixed with the abilities of a spider.
But if the ability of a spider isn't to climb up a wall, what's the brain of a human going to do?
They do crawl up
We
a
can't
wall.
climb up walls.
We'll have the ability of a spider. The brain of a human, the ability of a spider.
Regardless of that, it's impossible. But also, I don't know why they haven't. They probably tried it. There's a lab where they're trying to get like people to turn.
They have an Iron Man suit, probably. Like
the trial and error of that Iron Man suit has to be the worst.
If anybody did it successfully, it's probably Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is that
He probably has a
dude
Spider-Man
is
suit.
literally
Or a-
trying to save the
Iron Man
world,
suit.
and nobody will allow him to.
Yeah.
Like nobody is allowing Elon Musk to do what he wants to do. He is an alien of all sorts. Okay, so I also found out this weekend that he's got some sort of fucking. He shot up his Roadster into space. His Tesla Roadster into space.
Yeah.
And it was flying around the sun or something along those
It was
lines.
flying around the sun.
Yes.
Wait, the car was flying around the sun?
The car was flying around this.
What the fuck is this car made out of?
Dude, I told you, he's an alien.
This shit doesn't melt?
I have no clue.
That's nuts.
This is what I found. I swear to God. Like,
Is that the closest we've ever gotten to the sun with his roaster?
okay, so I was like, the guy who told the people who were telling me, like, I was like, dude, you're fucking lying. And he was like, no, man. So I'm gonna look it up right now. I think I think it's probably the most hilarious thing. Tesla Roadster fly. Okay. Oh, it can technically Tesla Roadster 2020, but will it fly though? What?
He's gonna make a flying car in 2020. The one that he just flew into space around the sun.
Wait, okay. Elon Musk now suggesting Tesla Roadster will fly with SpaceX package. Okay, so this is
Wait. So you're saying you can actually fly your car?
when Elon Musk announced Tesla was developing a new Roadster, he promised us the moon. When released, the car is supposed to yield a 0 to 60 time of 1.9 seconds and possess an electric car range over 620 miles. He said it will include package with cold air thrusters that might allow the vehicle to fly. Then he said he was serious.
What
The car it will actually include cold air thrusters, which might allow the vehicle to fly.
Except
wait. I am serious. Like, Elon, what the fuck are you talking about? Hold on. I'm not ready.
They should do interviews with this dude like every day.
As you know, flying cars are bullshit. The closest we've come to a decade is work of da-da-da-da-da. But Musk asserted over Twitter that some variants of the Roadster would fly, or at the very least, be able to hover. This has to be a joke, right? Apparently not. Dude, what do you say?
Great.
Hold on. I got one more thing. He was talking about... Oh... talking about when he was comparing it to the hovering of the DeLorean from the Back to the Future. The new Roadster will actually do something like this. Listen, he's an alien and he's trying to save the world.
Where's Tesla located?
I don't know.
Because I'm gonna go and apply for a job there.
They don't want your.
I'd like to be somewhere underneath the Tesla chain. I'll janitor, whatever. You know?
You ain't got it in you.
What? To be a janitor? That's really fucking offensive, to be honest.
A janitor from fucking him? I'm assuming he's got a robot doing all the work. And it's
you might be right. They might not have a spot. But that doesn't mean that I'm not qualified.
Dude, all I know is he's trying to save the world. And nobody's allowing him to. He's like, all right. Also, he said, I want to nuke Mars so humans can live on there eventually.
The fact that he knows it's possible enough to just be like, I want to go do this, you know? Like, he knows it's possible. Because how else are you getting a nuke to Mars? He's what I'm saying is, like, he's so sure of himself that he can even get it there that he's like, I feel comfortable saying we should do this now.
Nobody has that technology. The world doesn't have this technology. And Elon's like, hey, hold on.
SpaceX does.
Listen, I'll just nuke it, all right? And then 5,000 years from now, me, will be still here because I'm an alien, and we'll live there then, and I'll help you guys do that. Elon, what the fuck are you talking about? Listen, if you don't stop talking about the time I smoked weed on the Joe Rogan podcast, we're never going to get anywhere, guys. Yeah. Just let me do it. He's like, no.
Do you think he was like intentionally put here to save the Earth because we suck?
No, he came here and he was just like, oh, this planet needs saving. These people are really stupid.
And he's like... A jackass in whatever his planet is.
Dude,
this guy's not even smart over here.
he was exiled and shit. He's like, I need to help.
He's like, I can rule this Earth.
He's like, but he underestimated how stupid we were. We're just like, no, we don't need that help. We don't need those clean fuel burning cars.
There might not be hope for this planet after all. Yeah,
there isn't.
No, I don't think so.
Yo, so I saw something that R. Kelly was saying that his health is deteriorating in jail and he'd like to be removed.
Is that a request you could just make? Like,
so R. Kelly obviously believes it.
Excuse me, I don't like it here. I would like to go home.
Dude, like, what the fuck is wrong with... I think that they should literally sentence, like, R. Kelly to, like, the Billy Madison treatment. Like, you got to go back to school from kindergarten through the end of high school. The problem is that is not the right person to sentence to that.
To go into, yeah.
Yeah, no. You know, that would probably end up bad.
If the allegations are true.
Can you imagine?
And I'm going to say if, because our justice system is built on guilty until proven innocent, right?
Yeah, not anymore. Or
no, I'm sorry, just the other way around. Innocent until proven guilty.
No, you had it right. Guilty until...
That's true. Yeah, if... So basically, like, that crime and punishment is perfect for R. Kelly, because then that means there's these women who he was holding captive. So, like, the best punishment for him is to hold him captive and see what it's like, no? So that's, like, the one...
Like in jail right now?
Yeah, like in jail.
My health is deteriorating. I need to be released. Listen, Robert, get the fuck out of here. No, imagine if you had to like make him go back to school and shit. Imagine Robert Kelly, aside from everything else aside, just his intelligence and how hilarious it would be to have to watch him. And it should be a TV show, and we should like have him in the small desk, and this big motherfucker just sitting there trying to read. Like he can't even read. Today, Junior.
But it would be the kids making fun of him
Dude,
for not being
He
able
would be
to read.
like, they won't stop making fun of me. I want to make it. I want to get out of here. Send me back to jail. Send me back to jail.
Yeah, he's never gonna have to make that request because I don't.
R.
think he'll
Kelly
ever
is
get
a
out.
fucking nut. They said I hogtied her.
Did Takashi snitch
I
on him
don't
too?
even know how to hogtie people. Takashi snitched on literally
Did
everybody.
he snitch on R. Kelly too?
I seen a meme today that showed where he was showing where Waldo was.
Yeah, I saw
I
that
was
the
like,
other
dude,
day.
you are a snitch.
He's like, right here, your officer or your honor. Yeah,
He's like, he's right here. Is that enough, your honor? He was like, if not, I know that. He points at Waldo, and Waldo's like, it wasn't me.
they said that he put a request to have his hearing expedited, and so the biggest update I have is January 2020. He's supposed to have his sentencing, and he's not requesting to be part of the witness protection program. He seems real confident that he's going to be able to still have a career in rap when he gets out of it. Yeah. I was like, wow, Takashi.
That man is delusional. Him and
He,
R. Kelly should be in the same cell together.
Yeah.
That would be a great cartoon TV show.
R. Kelly and Takashi in jail together.
Kells and Takashi.
But see, then it won't work because Takashi snitched.
Robert and Daniel. It's the Rob and Dan show.
Robin Dan.
If I knew how to do cartoons, man, I would definitely do that. That'd be really fucking hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
Robert would be like sitting there trying to read and shit. Like, I gotta learn to read, Daniel. But like, yeah. What's that on your body? Is that a whole bunch of 69s?
He's like, that's what I went to jail for. You better be careful. Nasty motherfucker.
Oh, dude, that would be a great. There's so much fucking hilarity that could fucking happen from that shit.
It's just a real nasty look.
Like Takashi got the rainbow.
Which one is
hair.
worse?
Which one is worse?
Takashi or
Oh,
R.
most
Kelly?
definitely Robert Kelly.
But it's close though.
R. Kelly's the worst of all time. Well, not the worst of all time, but he's close.
He's pretty bad.
Takashi's just a big ass snitch. But he ain't do much. He ain't do what R. Kelly did.
But what about all those priests? Did they go to jail too?
No, hell no. The priests don't go to jail.
See, what do they got immunity for? I want to know. Anybody who's doing that nasty shit should be there.
Yeah, like priests. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
All I know is Takashi, the Daniel and Robert show would be hilarious. Dan and Rob.
Yeah.
Rob and Dan. I don't know what should be funnier, but I think I want to try that.
Yeah.
Patent pending, copyright, trademark, whatever which one it is.
Not fair use. That's not applicable here. And,
This be my shit.
this is one of our few episodes where we're not advocating fair use.
No.
You know what? Before I forget, opposite shout out to Glenn.
Oh yeah, opposite shout out to Glenn.
61 episodes. We're not gonna stop with that.
Can't
you know?
stop, won't stop.
Still haven't put it on a shirt yet, so I can't stop.
Oh, that might be coming soon too.
Yeah, you never know.
You know.
Real fast, I guess there's some more downtrodden news that we should get out of the way now, just because I don't like talking about these things for too long. But just make sure I get his name right. Louie Rankin from Belly.
Oh, Ox from Belly.
Yes, rest in peace. I believe that was a car crash.
Yeah,
So-
man. He was in that movie. He was unkillable until they killed him. But
Well, right.
they killed the way they killed him in Belly was like super cheap. Like it was just like the Scarface ending. Spoiler alert. Anyway, but like I always hated how they killed Scarface, right? Like how dude just walked up behind him after he just blasted everybody in this cocaine rage he had in him.
Yeah.
He just fucking threw his face into the mountain of cocaine and you motherfucker, hey!
I mean, to be fair, he got shot a few more times before that.
Oh, he got fucking riddled with bullets, but like I said, that cocaine rage got him.
Yeah. Sometimes cocaine will just keep you alive for a little bit longer too. You know.
It's a hell of a drug. It's a hell
Word.
of a drug.
Word.
But not by experience. Never once done
No.
cocaine. Never my
No.
thing. But also,
we shouldn't even have to say that, but yes.
but the way Ox died in Belly, he murked all those motherfuckers. He was like, I don't know how he was, and he was super high and all that shit. Like, so all those fucking beam. Remember the scene where all the beam, like they come in his crib at the end of in the middle of the night, and he murks all those dudes, and then he's like standing there like, yeah, I murked you all, and then some lady jumps from the second tier and like slices his neck.
Is coke a performance enhancement drug?
Coke is probably not a performance enhancement drug, but a definite upper.
It gives you a boost. I think that's performance enhancement. You know, like if
So
Scarface,
saying, like, what if football players just dig coke right before every fucking?
some of them probably do. Like if you know our former quarterback here, Jay Cutler, he looked like he did that before every game, and that's just speculation. But the way he looked, I wouldn't have necessarily put it past him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think to some degree, think about Scarface. He would have died a lot earlier had he not been super high off coke. So it may be like a little something extra, keeping that heart pumping real fast.
Yeah, probably would have died pretty quick.
Yeah,
1 or 2 bullets had been done.
right.
You want to fuck with me? And they were, yes. And they kept shooting him at him. They said yes, and they're going at him, and they're shooting at fucking Scarface, and Scarface, take it. I take your bullets. I take your bullets. And then he took all their bullets, and he shot all those people, and they died. And then the next thing you know, some guy with 1 shotgun didn't even see him. So you didn't even look me in my eyes before you killed me, which is even worse.
Right. You know, I don't
think
know.
they hear those dogs going savage outside?
Probably not. And if they do, not very loud. There's some dogs barking outside, by the way.
Unless you heard them, and now you know, and now we pointed it out, and now we've talked about it for too long.
Well, right, so moving on from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so rest in peace to Louie Rankin.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I mean, I don't know what.
Definitely never like to see it, especially that way,
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't know him from anything else, to be honest. Maybe I've seen him in a couple other things, but I don't really remember. But the only thing I really know him from is Ox from Belly. So
yeah, which I think was his claim to fame. But yeah,
maybe not.
Well,
maybe for us, but maybe in a specific circle, people know him to be specifically for something else.
True. Absolutely. Well, let's move to something more upbeat because Jordan Peele and his company Monkey Paw Productions, they signed a deal with Universal, and I was looking for Monkey Paw.
Okay.
I was looking for the details, but I couldn't find like what the deal specifically is. I just know it's 5 years. But they were talking about like all of his numbers from his past movies, and I think like the last 2 that he put out, what the fuck was the name of that one? Get Out, and then there was This Is Us.
No.
What's that one where they're like there's that other group of people who look exactly like them trying to kill.
I have no clue what the title is, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, those 2 have grossed like $250 million in the box offices.
Holy shit.
And one of them, I forgot which one, had like a $5 million budget to start. So like they made a lot of money on those movies. And I guess, that prompted Universal to be like, oh, let's buy just another production company up because they own all of them.
Hell yeah, that's crazy. But good for him, man. Shit, let him do his thing. Yeah. I mean, I don't really particularly love those movies.
I haven't seen them to give them a judgment like that, but I do hear. Get Out? No, but I do hear mixed things about them.
They're cool. I just don't think they're like anything. Like I don't know. I'm just not. They don't do anything something special for me. Yeah, but to each his own.
Usually they have like funny cameos and shit, and their show was really funny. So
yeah. Oh, their show was really funny.
Like when they're involved, like as actors, it's always funny. So
I think so, but I mean. I appreciate his creativity, and congratulations. Shit.
Yeah, true. That's I think all I have on my particular list. So you wanna get to your?
I mean, we've been going through it periodically.
Yeah.
I was looking there. I realized there hasn't been too much music coming out lately.
No, but I think that's gonna change.
Really? You heard of anything coming out?
There's supposed to be a few big artists releasing. Rihanna is one of them.
From what Rihanna's okay. So, did we talk about how Kanye isn't coming out, and then he's going to be doing a Christian? Oh, we did talk about secular, not secular. Yeah. No developments there, but still for Kanye.
Yeah.
But no, Rihanna coming out, that'd be dope. I don't know if I believe it till I see it though.
I think she will. I mean, yeah, she took some time off of releasing music while doing her fashion thing, but I think her heart's still with music, you know?
I think so. I mean, she's very talented, and unless she was able to do that effortlessly without really wanting to do it.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. She's going to be a billionaire very soon.
Yo, yeah, for sure. That fucking Fenty line is crazy.
Girls love that shit.
Yeah, they do.
Girls love Rihanna.
They're-
If she made men something, men would rock the shit out of it.
That's probably true. Yeah. Like, yeah, these are Rihanna's. Fuck.
It's that new Rihanna line. That Riri. Is that new Riri? Like, motherfucker, get out of my face.
So there's a Summer Walker album that I didn't listen to.
I didn't either. Although I know it's going to be pretty good music.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then what I was listening to the other day, actually, Ghostface's recent release.
I think somebody told me that was actually really pretty nice.
Yeah, it is.
To be honest,
I think
I'm
it's
pretty sure
subtitled,
I've heard a song or two off of it because I was with some of my guys and he was like, "Have you heard it?" I didn't know it had come out, so he put it on the speaker and we listened to a song or two on it. But I listened to it in passing, but it did sound pretty nice. Which,
I mean, I fuck with Ghostface.
yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. I was gonna say there's no shocker there that whatever Ghostface releases is gonna be dope.
Right, for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I haven't really heard. It hasn't been much of anything coming out. I've been trying to I don't know. I've been really probably just visiting I don't know, music that I listen to regardless. Or I go on my Spotify is usually I just try to find those made for me's.
Yeah.
And I just listen to it that way because again, music hasn't been really coming out, and I haven't really had nothing I wanted to revisit lately.
I could have swore I saw somebody post something that they're dropping something soon, and I just can't fucking remember who it is.
I honestly haven't heard
Which
of
I mean
anybody.
doesn't really help anybody.
Well, all I do know is this fourth quarter that it's about to, there's about to be something released because
There usually is.
get in for that Grammy fucking nod and all that shit.
Yeah.
So that should be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it, but there's supposed to be some things coming out. And I think what's his name? Styles is putting out another project.
Yeah, Styles has been going pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's been like Styles and fucking Currency, just like one.
Yeah, Currency he releases a lot of music, but I fuck with Currency's music, and the thing is, it's not very long. Like as the trend is with music recently or in the last few years, is that none of the songs are really nothing is really, nothing is. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Nothing really goes past the 3-minute mark much anymore.
So
That's really what
long.
I was trying to come up with, a more elaborate word or some extravagant
Just keep
word.
it simple.
But yeah. Nothing really
Make
goes
simple
past
pass.
the 3-minute mark anymore. Really, you look at it, be like 2:47, 2:57.
I mean, he seems also to be just in a good place because he's just putting out
Good
chill
feel,
music.
good music.
Like
He looks literally like he wakes up, smokes,
Goes to the studio.
plays with his cars, and goes to the studio and makes music about doing that specific thing.
Yeah. Do it while he's doing it. Like,
Right, there's that
I'm gonna
song.
shoot some music video parts here too.
There's that song that "Watch Me Roll This Motherfucker with My Eyes Closed."
Yeah.
He probably is literally just sitting there rolling some with his eyes closed with a microphone in his fucking face. That's the benefit of being able to do what you want when you want.
There's him just freestyling, but he always has a mic around, singing about whatever he's up to and shit.
Indubitably.
Sitting here on the casting couch, yo.
Enough of the casting couch, dude. Enough of the casting couch.
I mean, listen, it's just what it is.
I don't know.
It's concrete. Like, this is the couch. What we're doing right now is casting. It's,
Nice. Nice correlation, sir. Fucking nut. So I was driving back from my haircut yesterday,
Yeah.
and I was, enjoying my ride, and I looked to my left in the car, beside me, and there was a dude with a whole cob of corn in his hand.
A whole cob of corn.
And I'm left-handed, and so, okay, if you're watching, this is how it looked. He's driving. Pretend my hand is the steering wheel with the mic in it. And he had this kind of cob of corn in his hand. And
I can tell that
he was eating
first
it.
generation American.
He was eating this motherfucker, right?
He was eating this cob of corn.
But So it didn't have like the
Ingredients.
no, it didn't have like whatever was, when you unwrap and the corn comes out of the cob.
Yeah.
Well, he just had the corn in his hand, like literally corn to hand contact.
So it wasn't like one that you get from the elotes man, is what you're saying?
No, he was holding the corn.
It was literally
Like,
he just went to the supermarket.
It's as
peeled
if he
it, and then held
grabbed.
it
It's
like
as
this.
if you were to go grab a rung of a ladder because you needed to grab it, right, to lift up, and he had it like he was holding it, like he was holding a torch, like he held his dick, like I don't know
over your head.
like
What kind of person is holding their dick over their head?
how did he get it up there? So
I don't think you ever want to be able to hold it like that.
So he was holding it like I'm holding this mic. Essentially, the corn was this big, and whatever this much was left. You can't watch, but like you would hold a microphone. I'm tired of
Wait,
describing
you know what?
this.
You were talking about how you were holding the steering wheel with your mic hand. You should have been representing it as the corn the whole time. Yeah, you should do that. You could have had a V8.
So listen. Anyway, so I do got the V8, Dick. You could have had the V8. Anyway, shut the fuck up.
Did you just take a jab at my Jeep right now?
Jab, left hook, uppercut, stomped on your face when I knocked you down. Biatch!
Still much more beautiful than your car.
That was a little much, I know. Anyway, so he was holding it, right? And that in itself is funny to me. Like, who holds corn?
Right.
Like, they're literally holding, like, what the fuck was that all about? And, like, not only that, they're driving, and he's just taking bites of the corn. Now, I think I've told the story of the little white little girl who was eating the cucumber on the train, right?
So this
is how that
corn?
looked.
This is just raw corn?
I'm assuming it's cooked because I don't know.
But he's holding it like he's actually holding the corn itself, right? Not like something underneath it.
Yeah, there's no stick.
So he's just
It's
holding
not a
the actual
napkin.
cob
There's no napkin. He's
Corner of the
holding the
cob.
bottom of it full-handed.
and just taking
Like you would
bites out
hold
of
a
it.
beer. He was holding this. But instead of drinking, he was taking bites of the corn.
That's weird.
And I was just like so many thoughts went through my mind. Like, all right, well, who taught you that? Like, if this is what his family was like growing up, I wish I could watch like them at their family dinner tables just eating corn like a bunch of fucking
just
cowards.
holding it up and shit.
Like, what are you doing? Who is doing this?
Is he training for like?
You don't eat. Okay, there's a lot of mobile foods. There's a lot.
Was he maybe just trying
Even
to go viral?
corn-
Because that's what life is about
corn with who?
today. He's like, maybe somebody will take a picture of me doing this, and I'll come across it on the internet
That
later
dude-
on.
No, well, he wasn't holding it like this. He was holding it like a person would
He
hold
was
it.
holding it like.
Eating it. It was in a car. He's not going to hold it.
You literally went about for 5 minutes talking about how he was holding it like a torch, holding it like
I
a
said
dick.
like he would hold it. Holds their dick above their head. You said that. Anyway, so thoughts went through my mind. I'm like, okay, imagine the family dinners, right? And everybody's just holding their fucking corn up like a tard, eating it, right? Well, you got one hand on with a fork and the other corn, like you're just going at it. So, like, remember the story about the little white girl with the cucumber corn and a cucumber eating it on the train, and she was eating it or this person was eating it like that. Now, it got me to thinking about all the mobile foods in the world. The chips really aren't even mobile, right?
First of all, that cucumber thing makes me laugh because yesterday Pops was in the kitchen and he like had a bunch of those mini cucumbers and he was pickling them, right?
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, you're pickling those? I was like, they have people who do that for a living and sell them to you.
Like, you can
don't
go
have to
buy
do
a
it.
whole jar full of pickled cucumbers already.
He was putting salt in, and I was like, "How do you know how much salt you're supposed to put in?" He's like, he kept going.
Some say cucumbers takes better pickles. What?
That should have me laughing.
But I saw that he was like, "Look what I did." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, man." But like I was saying, like the mobile foods, right? He was getting. Let's reverse engineer this. This guy was at home. He had to leave in 15 minutes, right? He had to take a shit, but he was also hungry. So he was like, "All right, I'm gonna take a shit. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I got 15 minutes." So he took a 10-minute shit at the end of the day, right? You got 5 minutes left.
Right.
Got to put your shoes on, grab your wallet, your keys. 2 minutes left. What do I grab?
Pop-Tart.
That's what that. Now listen,
That's what a
man,
normal person would grab.
Even Pop Tarts aren't the most mobile of foods in a car.
I mean, they get crumbs all over the place,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm talking about. Like, what's the most mobile food for a car, right? Like, there's a lot of things you can eat. There are
there's really not that many if you get down
things.
to
You
it.
couldn't even eat
Like something's gonna end up on your fingers, or something's gonna end up on your
even
lap.
corn with a stick at the bottom is more mobile than what. He
Well, I
mentioned
mean, yeah, I don't
chose.
understand holding the like. Did you eat that part eventually, or you were just like, "Fuck this"? And
So
the roach,
so
toss
look,
out the window.
he was leaving his house. Probably saw a couple of things: candy bar, power bar, maybe a bag of chips, and boom, in the corner of his eye, half a boiling pot of corn.
Or maybe he had none of those things, and he was like, "This is all I have. This is my lunch. I'm gonna chew on corn on
Just
my
the
way."
corn on the. I know we're
I
spending a
mean-
lot of time on this, but at the same time, like, you have to understand. I was just like, you probably have so many little corn pellets on your lap right now.
Yeah.
Like, that to me signifies a person that probably has a nasty looking crib.
Yeah, probably single individual.
Yeah, like the things you do as a single individual in your own home is probably the most nasty thing in a motherfucker's life.
The only thing that will forever be probably true, but still nasty about every one of us is the desire to shit with the door open. It's just like
Yeah.
the most primal.
Oh, dude, to
thing
be
for us.
to be able to shit with the door open, like
Especially
awesome.
if you're hooked up where, even though it was an inconvenient in our apartment, you can watch TV with the door open.
Oh,
I would
dude,
turn the TV on a swivel, sit down, drop a deuce, and watch TV.
I have that TV stand in the room right now, man. The Lazy Susan one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm not getting rid of that,
No.
dude. To turn the TV towards where you're doing what's your business is great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna sit here and so that was a slippery slope. You would just sit on the toilet for like 45 minutes and like, dude,
Well, yeah, for sure.
you can't get up, your legs hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'm
terrible things.
hungry, but like at the same time, the show's not over yet, and I just don't want to get up. Like I'm waiting for a commercial. There's not very many commercials when you need them to be. Like
That first apartment, you will let the dishes stack up.
Mhm.
You'll let things slide that you didn't. You definitely, as a grown up, you were like, "Oh, that was nasty."
Yeah, but you have to have that little like especially if like you had parents who made sure that you kept your shit clean when you lived with them, right? Then you move out, you're like, I don't have anybody bitching about doing this, and this.
Slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope, but
You're
you
like-
learn,
You're like,
hopefully.
this is probably gonna keep me away
And-
from some things.
And you see what happens when you don't learn. Then you eat corn while you're driving your car,
That is exactly what happens when you don't learn. You eat corn fresh off. Like,
Holding the corn.
I would.
I can't get past that part. Like, why are you holding?
That's the funniest part. You were holding it like I don't know. He was holding it like he would be holding a grenade. Like, hey man, hold this, and you're just like, all right.
Like somebody's like, here, hold my beer for a second. You're like,
You're just like, okay, I'll hold this,
Yeah.
but I also eat this fucking corn at the same time. Like, what if it was buttered and it slipped out? Like, like that would have been hilarious too. And I'm watching him in his car trying to grab corn that's slipping out of his fucking fingertips.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where you're just like, okay, that's a little weird, but hey, man, instead of eating a Snickers, who am I to judge?
Yeah, I mean, I personally prefer Snickers. You know what? The one thing I don't prefer about Snickers is they made those peanut butter ones, and they're in squares.
No, only Snickers.
Like, why don't you? I like those, but why don't you have a bar version? Like, why do I have to eat two separate squares? By the time I finish the damn thing, it's thick as shit. My fingers are covered in chocolate. I can't drive and eat that.
That's why most things are mold. I don't really eat in my car. If I do, it's like I'll pick up a donut in the morning and I'll eat a donut and I'll make sure the crumbs don't fall on my shirt. And if they do, I eat said crumbs.
They definitely fall on your shirt. I mean, I don't know what kind of donut you get, preferably, but
I like cake donuts.
yeah, I guess those
Chocolate frosted
those
cake.
crumb a little bit less.
Chocolate frosted chocolate cake donuts, like pretty
Top tier.
moist. Pause. Huh?
I don't know what you have to pause anymore.
I don't know. Whatever.
That's why I just pause whenever applicable.
I just pause between everything. Oh, I was watching. That reminds me. I was watching. Rakim had an interview on The Breakfast Club, and I watched it because.
Because Rakim.
Well, yeah, it's Rakim, but like because I obviously there's things that you don't know, obviously, and the way the title stated it, Rakim talks about the beginning and from his perspective and what have you. So I was like, all right, fucking cool. I was watching. It was over an hour. I was like, I'll listen. But anyway, he was talking about how he writes rhymes and shit. Like how, from the beginning of a bar to the end of that bar, for him is space and time. And between that and within that, he has the ability to put as many words as he can into this bar. He said it got to the point where it became kind of like a game to him, and he was trying to see how many words he could fit. And it got to the point where he would, have to say so many words that it was hard for him to fit breaths.
Yeah.
Right. So when he was writing it, he would write it, and he would practice it. And when he would be able to find time for a breath, he would put a period point, like a period, literally at that point after specific words. So he'll be rhyming, a period coming, and if he missed that word, that period, he would be fucked until the next one, and maybe not be able to do the breath control that he was supposed, because breath control is super. People don't understand that. That's super important.
It's super. That's like when I'm recording the raps before the show.
And those squares you smoke don't help.
Well, no, they don't. But I still do it. But yeah, that breath control thing is difficult, man. It's one of the most important things. If you can't get it, then first of all, like if you don't, and especially if you don't breathe at the right point, then like you take away the sound of the flow and everything is just like a little bit more off. And,
because your voice starts to deflate.
Yeah. So.
Like it's always funny to listen to raps and shit. You ever listen and then start to like notice the you ever notice
like
that?
Method Man, you get that like
big pun. Everybody fucking has it, but like, I mean,
there's certain people you just notice it more. They like turn it into like a sound for them,
Yeah, like after every like because they're trying to like continue fucking rapping and it's crazy because it's super talented that you have to have to be able to be on the stage and perform and not miss a beat, skip a beat, and actually an artist has to know when to allow the crowd to participate. So like when I say. You say, you know what I mean? Or like,
I think that's like a tool that they use for breathing on stage.
Definitely.
To
catch a
you
breath.
guys sing. All right.
I didn't say that, did I? No. But no, I think you're 100%. Like they do that so they can, it's crowd participation because that's important, but it's also, the ability to take a second and breathe. So like,
it's nice because you get both of those things. Like you make an interactive show. You give yourself a chance to, get your...
Yeah, I mean, think about like a Drake show. Like Drake's got mad energy, be jumping around, screaming and shit. So he knows that the crowd or most of them know 95% of his lyrics.
Right.
So when he throws the mic out there, and then he comes back and he's like, he's able to take 3 seconds of some good breath. Yeah. To get back into the next segment of the song, and he can do that how many times in a song because everybody knows the hook, everybody knows.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
lyric.
if you go to a concert that you don't know any of the music, like you're part of the vibe killer. Like you're supposed to know the music when you go to the concert. I think
I've been to concerts where it was right after the album came out and I didn't know the album just yet.
Yeah, but usually they do like.
They'll do definitely do their old hits or what have you, but that's definitely a buzzkill for yourself too. You just don't, if you don't know the lyrics and you're sitting there and you want to see the live show, you want to be able to rap along or sing along
that's
with
true.
your favorite artist.
That's true. It doesn't do you or the artist justice if you go in there and you don't know the words.
Agreed. You got to definitely and going to live shows again isn't necessarily my biggest thing. The last one I was at obviously was the Mary J. Blige one I talked about a few weeks back.
I like a more controlled setting. That's why I'm a big House of Blues person.
House of Blues is pretty dope. I enjoy the concerts I've been to. 2 or 3 of them there actually. So
plus I also like the more intimate settings. I'm not trying to be in the United Center.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, I definitely don't want to go to a 25,000 stadium seating setting, but.
And which is unfortunate because there's people like Jay-Z who will never
Jay don't do nothing other than that.
Right. So like I'll probably never go and see his show because.
Yeah, I'm not spending $200 to go watch Jay. I'm sorry. I can't even hear his music on Spotify. Fuck that.
If I was going to spend $200 to go see anybody's show, it'd probably be his. But no, I'm not spending $200. So.
No.
Got dreams and shit. Got bills and shit.
Yeah, man. That's just too much fucking money to spend on anything. Like, for just a show, like,
yeah.
I love music and I would love to be able to see everybody that I would love to see, theoretically perform, but it's just not something that's possible because everybody has their own different prices and It's just difficult, because I get it. It's you're popular and you can charge as much, so why not? But understanding that you alienate some of your fans is something I think you have to live with and deal with, because that some are going to go their great lengths to get the ticket pump money.
Yeah, for sure. It's part of it. Whatever, Some people go to people's concerts, some people don't. It's just how it works. But yeah. That's all I really. I have to go make sure my dog is not puking more.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
He was feeling a little
nasty. You want to let them know why?
I'm not going to go into great detail because it's nasty.
Well, somebody might have the same experience.
So I was cleaning up the inside of the dog's cage, right, just puking there. So I'm taking out all the blankets and everything, and then there is a what was once used as a tampon on the floor. Not missing any pieces, just back to its original color. So real fucking nasty. My dog has a big thing with just going into bathrooms and trying to eat what's in the garbage, and I'm like, you fucking fat roly bastard. So because of that,
use your imagination as to what happened to that tampon.
Yeah, so he's basically just been puking up his food. His stomach is irritated,
Naturally so.
But over the last I don't know, 16 hours or so, whatever I fed him, he hasn't thrown up or anything. He's been fine. So
that's good. Hopefully, Benny is doing well.
What happens when you have a stupid fat dog?
Yeah, he's a big.
And he's not stupid. He's just stupid.
He's a puppy. He's still young.
Stupid.
He's still learning and shit like that. That's how they.
No. Because I have already decided that this is not something he's going to learn from.
Oh no, definitely.
He's not going to connect the dots and be like, "Damn, if I didn't eat that tampon, I probably wouldn't be throwing up all over the place." No, he's going to go.
He may enjoy it. He's like, I can't wait to do this again.
He's like, how much I've puked and not put on any weight? It's been great.
I've lost some weight.
Stupid. So, but yeah, I mean, you got anything else?
I don't got anything else, man. Just still urging folks to participate in some commenting and give us some topics that you'd like to hear.
Right.
Maisha, I know you do it, and we appreciate you. Yep. We'd like
Sammy, I think, commented last week, so there you go.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate it.
Shout out to the whole viewership. Shout out to everybody listening.
Yeah, we're going to do some Halloween shirts, so if you guys would like to do some Halloween shirts or you'd like one, we definitely put an order in.
It's pretty good. Pretty wicked design.
I think we got a pretty cool design coming up. So if you like to have a shirt, we'll put an order in, and we won't charge anything too crazy. We'd like to have people out there representing the brand, and if you'd like a shirt, go ahead and contact us. We'll get your size and we'll work it out. Other than that, Halloween's coming. We'll probably try to do something with Halloween, and hopefully by then we'll be able to have evolved into what the set should be. Hopefully, it's a few weeks from now. Maybe we could put something together. I'd like to put some sort of Halloween thing going on. Maybe some Halloween stories or.
Yeah, I mean, last year I wanted to do more Halloween tuned things, but we're still very early on. We didn't even have microphones and anything like that. We had other shit to worry about.
I think we can get the editing a little differently for this Halloween special. Maybe do some ghoulish music.
He's over here making promises for my.
It's not too hard to do. You know what I mean? To put the music over it anyway. Yeah. But also, I think just in terms of set, but we'll bring some Halloween stories in, and but some of my favorite ones that I remember when I was a kid, and some of the getting in trouble.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah, I mean, from that or just getting in trouble with police during Halloween, it's happened.
Yeah,
and things like that. So for me, I just again, we're gonna keep coming, and hopefully, but no, hopefully that we just continue to grow, and like I said, if you guys are looking for a shirt for Halloween, that'll be that's something that's coming up. Otherwise, we're gonna obviously continue to make these shows for you guys.
'Twas written in the stones that one day a band would come. Well, that band is here to come again in your ear, pussies. That's our sign-off poem. Ha ha!
Motherfuckers!
Yeah, so, again, shout out to all y'all out there watching and listening and all the subscribers and all the commenters. Not that there's many.
Yeah, we love y'all.
Obviously, shout out to Glenn.
Indeed. Follow us on Instagram and Spotify. what? Yeah, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook,
any website
Twitter,
that you go to on a daily basis, we're there. Pretty much.
LinkedIn.
So, we're trying to get on Tidal.
All right, y'all. Later.
Later.